video of the unknown. What is it? Is it real? And what is it doing there?
Now they're speaking out, saying there are UFOs in U.S. airspace and they need to be taken seriously.
A family in Highland, Michigan believes their house is actually haunted and thinks something is harming their little girl.
They're unidentified in U.S. airspace.
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real.
I'm Todd Bates. I've been investigating the paranormal for years, yet still have no definite answers. Join me on this mysterious journey as we discuss all things paranormal, right down to the little gnomes. Why do millions experience these mysterious phenomenon, yet we have no proof? Welcome to Haunted Voices Radio, where I try and gather the pieces that may one day form yet another puzzle.
And a good evening, one and all. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Haunted Voices live right here, WLTK-DB.com. Holy cow. What a week. Tonight's going to be an open discussion. I've got to apologize to you guys. I haven't had time to really prepare much for you, just some updates and things. We're going to open up some lines here later on, get some of you folks in here if you want to. I'll answer any questions you may have. Excuse me, not doing too good with allergies either, but answer any questions you may have, things like that. But I just wanted to bring you up to speed on some things here with the station real quick. The mobile app, those of you guys that don't have it yet, go grab it. It's free. That's the good thing. It's on the App Store, Google Play. It's been totally redesigned. I had a lot of fun with that thing. And now it's easier to listen. It's easier to watch, especially watch. There's some tricks to it and so forth, but you guys will get the hang of it. Just keep playing around with it. And if you have any suggestions for that app, just make sure you bring it in. Mail those in. What in the world? Yeah, make sure you email those in, but that's been redesigned. You can get it, the App Store, Google Play. It's a lot of fun, free of charge. And also, if you've noticed, if you guys are listening from the website or watching from the website, either way, you'll notice that the chat room's back. Yeah, the chat room, a lot of people still use those little chat rooms. Here we got the chat box on Facebook and YouTube. You've got your comments. You can put your comments. Well, with the chat room, excuse me, with the chat room, you can it's right there by the viewer, so you can actually watch or chat while you're watching right there on the website. And it's got some support things too. If you guys have any problems or anything on the website, you can drop little notes and things in there, and I'll get those and be able to clean everything up. Hi Liz, hi Meg, glad to see you guys, glad to see everybody. Drop your comments in there. Going to give away a free book tonight as well. Got that coming up. And so with the chat room, make sure you guys go over there and check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of old school, but still it's fun. Meet some new people over there, get some conversations started. Now, the hardback orders with the book, which I can't thank you enough. My goodness, I've been in tears so much the past few days. It's been insane. You guys, amazing support with the book, amazing patience with the book, especially those of you that ordered hardbacks. Those are coming. Some of you have waited all the way since September for one of those. So hang in there. Those are coming. They're going to be here, I believe, between the 20th and 26th. And since I talked to my beautiful younger daughter, Kirsten, she gave me a tip on some shipping. So you guys are going to get those things even faster now. What's cool is I don't even have to really leave the house. They come pick it up. It's crazy what they have out there. Yeah, some place called Shippo. Pretty cool. Now, So those are, you're going to get them before Christmas though. So don't sweat that. And the paperbacks are coming too. Those you guys who just ordered the paperbacks, the new shipment of those are coming. Those come quicker. The hardbacks take about 2 or 3 weeks. That's just to get them from Amazon. And then it takes about a week for them to get to you. Now, coming up, we have got a huge Thanksgiving sale. It's actually going on now. We needed some happiness in this world. And people, what I saw, were jumping from freaking Christmas or Halloween straight to Christmas. It was going Halloween straight to Christmas. Hi, Corey. Hi, Casey, Brody. Oh, love them. It went straight to damn Christmas. It really did. Now, what we did is we took 30% off. So you guys put WLTK-DB in the shop on the website. You get 30% off all merchandise. Just put that at checkout and you'll be able to get it off your hoodies, there's all kinds of cool stuff in there. But that ends November 30th. So you guys have some time to check that out. So be sure and stop by the shop, WLTK-DB.com. And yes, it's finally great to see you live, Liz. My goodness. Now, we have a break coming up December 19th. I want to put that out there. December 19th through the 25th. Now, there will be one show on the 19th, and that's going to be School Through Spirit. It's a special Christmas episode. So be sure to tune in for that. Guest to be announced, which I know who that guest is, but we're not going to announce it yet because it's awesome. So make sure you tune in for that. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to take some of your questions and get with some more of these announcements. I got some new shows coming up here I want to talk to you guys about, all kinds of cool stuff. So stay tuned. More Haunted Voices on the way.
Certified psychic medium Stephanie Lynn creates an authentic connection between the living and the spirit world. Stephanie knows she is here to help heal, educate, and provide validation that there is more after death, and allows herself to be a conduit and work as a team with spirit to pass on messages from their world to ours. Stephanie Lynn also works as a spiritual life coach to help you achieve, create, and manifest your best self and life. Looking for help communicating with an animal? Searching for a past life regression therapist? Or dealing with a paranormal experience? Stephanie Lynn is here to help. For a list of full services, visit her on Facebook under Stephanie Lynn Spirit Sensitive. That's Stephanie Lynn Spirit Sensitive. Ellie Weisensel's psychic medium is a medical intuitive that specializes as a body code practitioner. As an energy healer, Ellie offers additional services that allow her modalities to be intertwined with energetic healing. Within your subconscious lies information that knows everything about you and why you deal with specific conditions. The subconscious can be considered the blueprint to your entire body. With Ellie working physically with your subconscious mind, we detect what negative emotions are trapped and where they are stored within the body that is causing you your emotional and physical pain. This work is designed to remove imbalances and correct them energetically, getting to the root cause of why you have your condition, to help balance your body so it may heal itself. Your body is infinitely wise and wants to be in balance. The body code is not only gentle for humans, but it is also a gentle process to help animals. For more information, contact Ellie Weisensel at the website below.
Top of the hour. Welcome back, folks. Haunted Voices Live. I'm your host, Todd Bates, WLTK-DB.com. Get on over there. Check it out. Got a big sale going on. Check it out over there. Hey, I want to get these shows up to you, and then we have got an amazing story that we're going to read and encounter that's very touching, very, very amazing. And I've only partially been through it because I I tried to hold off, but I had to read a little bit of it. But what we have coming up here, we've got the Slipstream Shaman, Quantum Healing and Beyond. That's a new show coming on November 22nd. It's going to be on Tuesdays from noon to 2. It's going to be hosted by Todd Wilcox. That starts next Tuesday. Twisted Ascensions, hosted by Caden and Alyssa Mask, Friday nights, 8 to 10. That's starting December 9th. They're with Southern Ascensions, but it's going to be an amazing show about basically marriage and the paranormal, dealing with that, the hardships, and it's going to be an awesome show. And the newest show, Voice of Oneness, Your Call to Awaken. That's hosted by Amara Bonnet. That's going to be Thursday nights, 10 Central, and that starts December 15th. Really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. My goodness, we had some new people stop in there. Holy cow. Let me get to some comments here. So sorry, folks. There we go. There's Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Amy. Derek, my friend. How are you? Long time no see. And, of course, my son-in-law, Corey. That is rescheduled for December 13th. That is December 13th. Pete had an internet malfunction, so we decided to reschedule that to December 13th to be continued. Oh, miss you too, Amy. Thanks for tuning in. And there's just so much going on with the station, folks. So go over there, check out the schedule. There's something for everybody. We're kind of at max with shows right now. Those are getting a little stuffy, which is good, but we're max with them right now. But what I want to do, I want to first of all warn everybody about what I'm going to read. It does have a trigger warning to it. Anybody that's dealt with regression or any kind of extraterrestrial types of situations, just be forewarned. This is submitted from Liz, and this is amazing, folks. So pay attention to this. Pay attention. So as a child, I had always had a fascination and great curiosity with space and found it purely magical. As I grew into my own teenager, as I grew into my own as a teenager, I never forget my first experience, a UFO encounter with my dad. We lived in the country, and we were taking the winding back roads home late one evening, one cold winter night, when we spotted a UFO hovering with a classic disc shape. Now, lights and all, dead silence, with it literally approximately 50 feet directly in front of us. I stayed in the truck, frightened, yet fascinated and intrigued, but my dad excited the vehicle, shouting in total amazement for me to just look at this. It was then that it elevated and like a bolt of lightning zoomed across the sky and disappeared. There were other UFO experiences with my dad, but none to this magnitude. Fast forward to my late 20s. I started having bad stomach issues. After seeing several doctors and having test after test done, they made the diagnosis of IBS. I had weird sleeping patterns and would lose a couple days of sleep issues. My health began to get worse, but still no medical answers. So continue on to my 40s, and I finally found a reputable GYN doctor who took the pelvic pain very serious, especially since the bleeding would occur only after waking from my rectal area. It was minimal, but scary nonetheless, but would only happen when I would have a deepmost, almost coma-like sleep. The GYN wanted me to have a colonoscopy, but to be sure the bleeding wasn't coming from a more serious problem. But all that checked out fine. So my GYN wanted to do exploratory surgery. I was suffering that badly. After the surgery, what he thought was endometriosis turned out to be something called foreign body, I can't pronounce that, something inflammation. After the biopsy results came back, I asked him to explain this to me, and he felt baffled. And everything I found after Googling this was bringing up metals being left behind in people's bodies. And this goes back to Dr. Roger Lear, if you guys can think back to that. He removed those implants and things in people's bodies. It made me start questioning a lot of things. As I have always had a passion with the paranormal as well as ET phenomena and learning more about it, still something that I'm currently dealing with symptoms wise to this very day. It makes me wonder and try to put some sort of understanding what is and what happened to me. And that is an incredible story. And that's one that amazingly, and of course she's not going to be just prancing around here wanting to come on here and talk about this, folks. This is a very personal encounter that happened. And this is something that it happens a lot. And this, she remembers without being regressed. Maybe something happened to trigger it, so forth, to where she does remember it now. But that's just horrible. And that's god awful that these people have to go through that. And they have nowhere to go. They have no help. They have no guidance because they're afraid no one's going to believe them. It's terrible. It is just a horrible, horrible thing. And hopefully some peace comes to that, Liz. Thank you for sharing that. That's just an amazing story. And I know I butchered some of that. I'm kind of coffee and windy, so I don't have much breath in my lungs. But thank you very much for sharing that. That was something really powerful and something we all need to think about any second. I mean, any second you can just be sayonara. All right. So what we've got here is this fun little thing we've been trying here at the station. It's been working pretty good. We open up the lines for you fine folks, and you guys get to come backstage, have some fun. A few of the shows have been using. I've never used it. Then again, who knows? It just may work great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a link, and you're going to see this link in the comment section. I'm just going to put come backstage. We're going to do this real simple. What you do is you click this link with your mobile phone, with whatever, and that's going to bring you in here backstage. And then what we'll do, if you guys want to come on, you have your choice. You can have your camera on. You can have it off. Completely up to you. You can just leave it off. If you guys leave yours off, I'll turn mine off. Trust me, this is the only time I have it on. And I've been getting warmer and warmer and warmer to this damn camera too, because normally it's off. But lately I've haven't been messing with it. So if you guys want to come backstage, hang out for a little while, taking questions tonight. If you guys have any questions about the book, about anything paranormal related, about anything you may have heard, you may need some explanation, something that you've come across. Some of you just starting to read my book. Did you come across anything that questions you need more answers? A lot of you did feel that you felt you needed more. And that's coming. More is coming, because I get it. And I needed to release more as well, but I just couldn't at that point. The free autograph book. This book, it's coming. We're going to give this away tonight, because I'm probably not going to do a full show, folks. I mean, I'm running out of steam. To be honest with you, it's something else. But we're going to go as long as we can, so don't sweat that part. But we are going to give away a free book tonight, and that's the thing about this. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of the show, because I'm going to be shipping this tonight or tomorrow morning if you guys get me your address quick enough. So that way you get it sooner. You don't have to wait the weekend. We can get it at the post office in the morning. But we've got a caller here. Oh my goodness, this looks like a familiar face right here. Derek, my friend, how are you?
I'm good. Long time no hear, man. You
Yeah.
guys you're just out there like right now. So when I saw your name come up on the screen on Facebook here, and I thought, oh, I got to talk to Todd. I got to see this guy, see what he's doing. It's been years, man.
Been doing great. How about yourself?
Busy as all heck. You're talking about paranormal and also extraterrestrials, UFOs. A couple years ago, I was up in Laughlin, Nevada, and I did my own presentation at the UFO conference about my abduction contactee.
Really?
So,
wow. You there, Derek? Okay, your audio. As soon as you mention that, your audio went berserk. Is that something that normally happens? Okay, hang on. Yeah, and oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try this again. It's just not letting you speak. Unbelievable. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you have to do. Yeah, go ahead and do what you have to do. I can't hear you now, though. His audio, let me. No, we can't hear anything. You're muted, though. Try to reconnect, Derek. If you can hear me, try to reconnect. We'll try to get him to reconnect and get him back in here, folks. That's crazy. And I've heard of that happening to others as well. The audio, the signal just goes ballistic. Sure. Yes, I can repost that link to connect. Just 1 minute. If anybody wants to learn how to do back-end production, please contact me. I'll happily teach you a new skill. Could use all the help we can get. Okay, there we go. The link's been sent backstage for you folks. There. And then Derek's trying to reconnect here. So go ahead and slip backstage if you want to come backstage. Questions, just say, hey, if you have something you want to say, something you want to get on your soapbox, get on your soapbox. That's what this is. It's an open discussion. This is our show. This isn't my show here. This is ours. And those of you that didn't know, Nicole is on. She's on a hiatus. Everything's fine. She's just taking a break. She got a lot of projects. She's on a hiatus until January. And then she's going to be back. Now that is she's taking a break from her show, The Afterlife Chronicles. She's taking a break from this show. And she's also taking a break from producing this show. And I'm filling in the best I can with those production shoes. So if you are interested in being a guest or know of a guest, feel free to contact me at producer@WLTK-DB.com. And we'll get you booked. Yes, I will, Amy. I most certainly will. So what we can do, what I planned on doing with this book, because it's coming close to the bottom of the hour, is I picked a number. I picked a number between 1 and 20. Okay. Between 1 and 20. 1 and 20. And the person closest to that number that gets it first wins a signed copy. So what we're going to take a quick station break and let this audio get reconnected with Derek, hopefully. Take a quick break. When we come back, see if you can guess that number between 1 and 20. The first one, I'll be watching that during the break. The first one to get that number gets the free signed copy of The Haunted Voice, my latest book. Gonna be a lot of fun, folks. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Want to keep up with the latest at the station? How about catch up on your favorite shows on the go? Download the free WLTK-DB mobile app on the App Store and Google Play. Watch, listen, and shop right from the palm of your hand. The WLTK-DB mobile app. The truth is here and now. Get yours today.
Nearing the bottom of the hour, Haunted Voices Live. I'm your host, Todd Bates. Before the break, we kind of did a little number throw out. I'm guessing a number between 1 and 20. And the first person to get that number, the closest to 20, wins a copy of my book, a signed copy. This one right here in my very hand gets that. So on the break, I'm watching the comments. Not only did somebody get close, somebody nailed it. Somebody nailed the number. And I will show you the number. Well, maybe I won't. But they nailed the number. 15 is the number. So Amy won the copy of the free book. 15 was the number. And she was the first one to guess. So you really can't get any closer than that. That worked out pretty good. So Amy, if you would, send your mailing address to contact. I'll put that here on the side for you. If you could send your address here. There we go. Send your mailing address there. We'll get the book out to you. Congratulations, Amy. She came for a free book and she walked away with a free book. That's hilarious. All right. We've got looks like a couple great guys down there waiting. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to have fun. We got Michael Laciana down here. And of course, we have my son-in-law, Corey. And it is amazing having you guys on.
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
How you been, Michael?
Good. How you doing?
Tired, but good.
I got my book. See, I got my book right here.
Great.
I got it. I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting to read it tonight.
That's okay. It's a quick read. You'll enjoy it. Hopefully, you have to let me know what you think.
Thank you. I appreciate you sending it.
You are most welcome. It's my pleasure. Corey, you feeling squatchy? Oh, his audio's out.
Oh, no. His audio too, huh?
Yeah. What is it with everybody's audio?
Everybody's muted out.
What's going on with everybody's audio tonight? First Derek, now Corey. So that's awesome. I'm glad you got it, Michael.
Yes, sir. You got it today. So excellent. Thank you. Can't wait to read it.
So what have you been up to? What's been going on?
Some of your past shows, you were telling some stories from the book, and they were so intriguing. So I couldn't wait to read the book. You know, your stuff's some of your stuff is pretty dark. You know, and
yeah.
You know, and I was like, wow. I said, you know, I'm glad I didn't experience that.
Yeah. There's some pretty dark moments in there. And
yes.
Like they told me, you've got to go into the darkness to get to the light sometimes, you know, so it's.
That's right. And that's probably why you took a break for a while too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just to regroup, you know, it takes a moment to. There's my daughter. Hi, honey.
Get the whole family jumping in.
Here's Mikey. Yeah, it's like a reunion going on.
It's great. This
I
is
love
cool.
it. Let me shut this off. It's so hard to run a show and do one of these things, Michael. I'm telling you.
I give it to you because I probably could. I'd probably screw it all up. It's easy being the guest.
Yeah, it is.
I love being guests.
Yeah, it's fun.
No responsibility, you know.
So, what's some things you've got going on? Have you been doing any filming?
I'm working on my next episode, which is I started investigating back in 2013, and have all the footage just done, and now I've just been sitting down and starting to put it together. But this one is really great. This is a true North Carolina 1860s murder mystery.
Oh, nice.
So Tom Dooley. Have you ever heard of Tom Dooley?
Tom Dooley. That sounds so familiar.
It's a very famous song, Tom Dooley. Well, when you watch the show, you'll learn all about it.
Good. That's what I like. The history, learning all about it. Looks like Corey tried here. Corey, how we doing now?
Back on.
Oh my goodness, we've got audio.
I can hear you now.
Great. How you doing, Corey? You feeling squatchy?
Oh, just a tad bit. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Nice to meet you.
Hanging in there. Got a great group of people here tonight. I'm so happy that all you guys made it, and I'm barely making it. I'm barely alive over here. It's been a long week. I'm so tired. But you have to come on and do these things. They're a lot of fun.
Have you heard anything new in the cryptid world?
Well, I know for a fact that right now Barnaby Jones is at the Cryptid Con in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
And he's doing some recording, and it's going to air on his show Monday Morning Monsters here on Monday.
Well, that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, see what he gets up there, but it's supposed to be some big con, I guess, and I learned what a hodag was. I had no clue.
Yep, I've heard of that before.
What a hodag was, and then had the crash course in hodagism. They've got a big statue of one in Wisconsin.
Yep.
It's huge.
Yep. Isn't it kind of like a lizard creature sort of thing?
Yeah, it's almost like a prehistoric mini, looks like a mini Tyrannosaurus or a mini rhinoceros with horns all the way up its tail and all the way up its body. I mean, and there's horns coming out of its face, and its tail or its nails are huge.
Yeah,
I don't know. The hunters, the lumberjacks say they see them.
Different than ghosts.
Yeah,
ghosts are pretty simple.
I can't imagine walking through the woods and tripping over a hodag. I would flip.
Yeah, that'd be.
What about you, Corey? Have you heard anything in the Bigfoot world?
No, nothing here recently.
Nothing.
Nothing that I can pinpoint right now of anything of real value.
Man, because people are getting tracks. I know that they're out getting tracks left and right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a sign that they're traveling or what they're doing, but do people think they're nomadic like that? Are they nomadic creatures?
From what I've researched, that's what people think, that they do travel around. Some say they do have their own territory. They just stay put, but for the most part, it seems like they do travel around.
Do a lot of people get audio from these outings?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting to listen to. Actually, the audio and
really good audio files.
That'd be neat.
Honestly, some of the best I've heard. Paranormal Pete's show.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had some guys on there too a while back. I
Oh.
can't remember their names, but they had some really good audio footage.
Yeah, the band.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, they had
That was
theirs. Oh
really
my
in-
goodness, they were screaming almost. It was like a
Oh.
whoo. It was just a
Mm.
big wailing noise.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We have a lot of sightings here in North Carolina, up towards the North Carolina-Virginia border by Lake Gaston. There's a whole community up there, state park, that a friend of mine runs a cryptozoology museum, and they go out into the park a lot, and they get a lot of different droppings and definitely footprints, things like that. So, yeah,
Wow.
Littleton, North Carolina.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be something else to see one.
Yes, it would.
Because, I mean, I've seen the latest footage I've seen, and I've shared that with you, was the military helicopter flying over and seeing it and
Oh,
filming
cool.
it as it was going like
Yep.
that. It was pretty.
Looking at a pretty good speed too.
What's that?
Really?
Said it was running at pretty good speed too.
Yes. It was probably going, I'd say, a good 20 mile an hour, if not more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah,
It was a
keeping
really
up.
interesting video.
It was getting away from the chopper, from the
Yep.
helicopter.
Wow. Was it night vision or was it daytime?
It was like
night
that gray,
vision.
that black and gray
Yep.
vision.
Yeah, so it was IR.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it was that.
I think in the last year or so, I've seen more really good evidence and footage than over all the other years in the past. Maybe we're just getting more technology. Maybe our population is growing and just taking away more space from them. So
Yeah.
I think they're getting pushed out so bad.
yeah, definitely.
There's so many of us. We're taking over. We're overpopulated, so we're pushing them out of their natural habitats. And I think they're starting to get really pissed off about it. I mean, there's all kinds of reports of people getting hit with large rocks coming out of the woods. I mean, it's
Yep.
what they're getting things thrown at them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
yeah. It's not a Sasquatch. I don't think is a type of creature you're going to go up and shake its hand. You're not going to be able to, pat him on the back and say good game. It's not going to work out that way.
Nope, I don't think so.
Be interesting.
Yeah, it would. It would. It'd be very interesting.
Never know what the future holds.
That's correct.
With the way our world is now, I wouldn't put it past us.
Anything new in
Oh,
the
that's good,
paranormal
though.
world?
What's that, Corey?
Is there anything new in the paranormal world?
Not really. There's.
Well, I
Everybody's
have this
pushing-
great book here for sale if you'd like to get a copy of
Okay.
it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of
But
different.
congratulations.
conferences and
I'm
things.
really excited for you with the book.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the paranormal world. It's right now. It's conference time. It just seems to be conference season. I'm not hearing much
Yeah.
chatter about
Yeah,
any
I'm
investigations or any.
I'm very busy. I'm actually
Good.
I can't get
What's going
location,
on?
but we're doing a historical Civil War fort, and can't say where it is. It's here in North Carolina, but we're doing that in a few weeks. We get it for about 10 hours, so should be really interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
An actual
so I'm
Civil
looking-
War fort.
Oh yeah,
That's incredible. Oh, geez.
very active, and so it's a very rare opportunity to get in there. So yeah, this should be neat.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. Would you do something like that, Corey? You think?
After
Civil
my
War?
last experience, I don't know.
Nah. We couldn't get hurt in a Civil War fort.
That's right.
Hopefully not. No, but what else has been going on in the paranormal world? I mean, I went on Sherry and I went on a tour, and I think, yeah, Brenda Cook, she's listening. She was our guide in the barn in there.
Where did you go?
It was an old, it was by an old slave home, Underground Railroad.
Oh,
home.
nice. Pennsylvania or
No,
Indiana?
this was here local in a small
Oh,
town
really?
called Merrim,
Oh, nice.
Indiana,
You
real
must have
small town.
a lot of little small towns that are
Mhm.
just like so quiet. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's just
my
a
kind
lot
of
of rich
place.
history.
Yeah, and nobody to bother them. The spirits stay, peaceful.
Speaking
Don't
of
have all
the
the
devil,
tourist traps.
there we go. Hey, Brenda.
Yeah, that's
There's just
my
a lot
kind
of
of
rich
place.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's tired.
Nobody to bother them. Spirits stay, peaceful.
What happened?
Yeah,
There we go. Hey, Brenda.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
Hey,
Somebody's
Brenda.
got a player on.
Yeah, everybody's tired. Nobody to bother them. Spirits
You-
stay,
Somebody has a player on.
Yeah,
We're getting
that might
reverb.
be it.
Oh well.
Did that go away?
Yeah, it's okay. This
I
is
have so many
Brenda.
things going on my screen. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But no,
Okay,
that
this is Brenda. She was the guide in the barn with Sherry and I. It was amazing. Tell them about that apartment in there, Brenda.
oh it originally was the tack room, and it was a livery stable. So there was a gentleman who lived there who apparently fathered a few illegitimate children back in the early 20s, 30s. The
Nice.
house used to be a boarding house, and it was a destination, at one point. It was the first building. The livery stable was the first building that had a gas station, a gas pump, and there weren't very many cars around, so people would come and leave their horses and then take a car to Terre Haute, which Merrim is about 35 miles south of Terre Haute. But that barn has a lot of activity, we get REM pod hits, we get SLS, we get touches,
and
we
that
get
new equipment, you had that SLS camera, and that's something Michael, I've never been around. I'm still old school with old toys.
I have a lot of
I like
equipment I
old
don't
school.
even get out because, well, Todd, you said you can't really do any audio because there's so much background noise,
Mhm.
and it's
Really?
all the time. In the summertime, it's cicadas, so you can't hear anything. When there's tours like that, there's just too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, but you get an idea of the location. You get an idea of some of the history. You learn some of the history about it.
It's
It's tough to get evidence at something like that, but
yeah. Merrim has a bluff overlooking Illinois. Basically, you can see Robinson,
gorgeous.
Illinois, off to the south. And it's a limestone bluff, and underneath it is a lot of caves and a lot of wells. And it was on the Underground Railroad at one point. Supposedly, the house across the street has a hidden passage and all this stuff. But there's always activity in Merrim. I did 2 other buildings while I was down there that weekend. And one building it used to be a workshop, and you clearly see a stick figure person doing something with their hands and then lifting the hand up to smoke and then doing something with his hands. It's like, well, he's working whatever he's doing, so let's not bother him. But it's always busy. I mean, this time of year, I don't know, wintertime, I get a lot of calls to come out and do investigations, houses.
yeah. Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, I got to take a final break here, and then we're going to wrap things up and all that good, fun, cool stuff. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Hang tight.
If you're a fan of the paranormal world, then you'll love WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Talk shows bringing you the latest on everything paranormal, cryptozoological, metaphysical, true crime, psychic readings, and more. The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTKDB.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Haunted Voices live right here on WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Check us out at WLTK-DB.com. We've got some great guests coming up here. We've got, I want to let everybody know, Mike Ricksecker coming on December the 9th. He is going to be on. We're going to be talking some shadow figures and all that cool stuff. But with us here tonight's an open discussion show. We've been talking everything. We lost Corey. Squatch probably got him. We've been talking everything from Sasquatch to ghosts to now we were talking with Brenda about the haunted library in Merrim. And we've got Derek White Sky Cloud, who hopefully has his audio back here in the background. And this way we can close the show out. So welcome back, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
A little bit more, Brenda, about the stable, and then we'll let you go.
Yeah.
But the stable and the house, you said it was an underground railroad, perhaps.
Rumor has it, yes. There was a large Native American Indian settlement in that area a long time ago, and Merrim always has the Chautauqua the first weekend in June, and kind of a celebration. But the house was a boarding house. And several of the residences around there have secret rooms, underground tunnels, things like that are around. Most of the owners don't want to talk about it or won't let anybody in. One woman did let some people in a few years ago, but they don't talk about it much. It's just kind of like it's there.
Yeah.
And the livery house and stable has been haunted for as long as I can remember. No one's lived in the property since 1980. I think maybe 86. I think was the last time somebody lived in the house.
Really?
And it's in disrepair as you saw, but it's extremely active. Whatever is in the house is pretty negative, but what's in the barn, I just call them, people without bodies. There, they're going about their business. They'll talk or interact if they want to. One of the guys likes to touch women's behinds, but he's living his best life after lunch.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I can't blame him. I can pretty much pick him out. Who he's going to pick on too. But yeah,
it's crazy. Thank you so much for taking time to come on here, though. It's been great catching up with you, and hopefully we can get out there again soon.
Oh yeah, I'll get you in the house.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, Brenda.
All right. Thanks.
You bet. Oh, wow. How you doing, Derek?
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, we can hear him.
Back. You can hear me now. Yeah.
Okay. Your audio's back. You're all good. Everybody's all good. Holy cow. I don't know what happened there, but it was pretty damn creepy, Derek.
Yeah. Well, basically that's what happens when I talk about UFOs. It happens all the time because what has happened to me through the years when I was growing up through the years. And like I said before earlier tonight, I did do a UFO conference. I was asked to come be part of it, do a presentation. I did that. That was one of the largest conferences in Laughlin, Nevada, back a couple of years ago, back in 2019. And it was around February. And when I did that one, I was talking about the 9-foot tall giants that I had seen through the years since I was a kid growing up. So, but this time I have an opportunity to be on the ship and had traveled to the planet. And people say to me, were you dreaming about this? I said, no. They woke me and my wife up out of bed and said to me, Derek, you want to go for that ride now? You've been waiting for it all these years. And I went, yeah. So
Wow.
I got a chance to go on the ship, and I said to my wife, do you want to come with us? And then she goes, no, you guys go have some fun. So
She's trying to get rid of you.
she went back to bed, and I had the opportunity to go on the ship, and they took me to their planet. I got to see their planet, and they took me, walked me around in the place.
Whoa.
I got to see their museum, and how they lived up there. They're way advanced than we are. They said that in the future, this is what our Earth is going to look like. And I was like, wow. So I can describe to you what will happen coming up in these years. But they also, what they did for me is they showed me what was going to happen in the future and what to be aware of. There would have been a possibility of World War III, but they stopped it because they said three people tampered with the time machine and fixed it. So I wasn't going to say nothing. I just said, well, who's messing with the time machine? And they said, well, he said, do you think Tesla's passed away? And I said, well, of course he's passed away. He was passed away in the early 1930s, 40s. Was no, Tesla's still alive. His young body, he went back in time in the time machine, brought his young body forward, and the older body died. So now Tesla's still alive. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
He's my idol. I love him. So I'm glad he's around.
So apparently Nikola Tesla is playing with our space machines out in the space.
Sure he doesn't like the cars.
Well, what I found out about this man, he actually was Venusian. He's not, and I have the copies of his birth certificate, and he actually was not born on Earth. He was born on Venus. He was brought here by his parents. And he was adopted by this family to take care of him, but he actually lives for 1,000 years on their average age. So he was brought here specifically to help us advance in our future.
Huh.
Yeah. But it also relates to
mind-blowing
with UFOs and the paranormal, because people don't realize that he invented a specific machine that you can talk to the dead.
Now, him and Edison, I know we're working on something like that.
Yes,
Phone to the dead.
He was the one that invented it, and then Edison took the credit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the last thing he was working on before he passed away.
That's
it was one of those struggles with those
Frank
two.
Sutton took it after that. He took this very same copies of the blueprints, and then Frank Sutton actually made that particular box called Frank's box. And then before Frank passed away, another guy took the very same blueprints that he was inherited to. So now he's making the boxes.
Yeah.
And we're advancing. And like what the guys told me, they said, the veil is getting thinner and thinner and thinner now, that we will all have the ability to see spirits. So I'm going like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because every time I'm in my office here, and if something is on my mind, things start to move in here. Okay, I'm also a puppeteer. I made these guys. So I've seen his mouth move on his own.
Whoa.
Chucky lives.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
No offense, Derek. That would flip me out, and I'd be beating the tar at it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh, I see.
So
that would flip me out.
He would have to squeeze this to make his mouth move.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there going like, okay, no sound, no voice, but his mouth is moving like this. And I'm thinking, okay, well, who's messing with me? Or I'll bring my curtain down. Like I have a big black drapery curtain in the back behind me. And if I'm doing a show, and next thing you know, there's orbs all over my room, like in behind me. And you can see them on the camera, and they're just going freaking nuts. And I've had people say, oh, it must be dust. No, not these ones, because they'll shoot. And you know, Todd, they'll shoot everywhere.
Yeah. There's differences.
You and I talked about this many years ago when we talked to Ron Bard. Do you remember him?
Oh, I remember Ron.
Okay. And Ron called me up. I'm not sure if I told you the story, but Ron called me up from New York, and asked me if I want to go to Japan with him because he does readings in Japan, and he was reading for corporate businesses. So I thought, okay, cool. First time for me. I'll go to Japan with you, sure. And I said, well, why do you need me there anyways? He says, well, there's a lot of people that are walk-ins that he can't keep up with the readings, so he's offered me a big good money.
A gallery, yeah.
You know, like he was making thousands of dollars being there just for a few weeks. And he said, I'll give you half of that if you come with me. And go like, okay. So
where do I sign?
Yeah, I wasn't going to go say no, but I got my passport, everything ready to go. A week before the flight, for 3 nights straight, I had nightmares of water, fire, burning, explosions. Everything was constantly for 3 nights straight. And I could see waters rising and people drowning. And I said to Ron, I said, don't go. We can't go. We have to change the date. We have to change the time. We cannot go. And he said, why? I said, and I described to him what I had seen. And he said, well, will anything happen to me? I said, no. I said, but I'm not going to go this time because we're supposed to go twice, March and then in August. And he said, well, then I'll take my daughter with me, and then you can come with me in August. I said, sure, great. I said, but if anything does happen, go and find yourself the tallest hotel and stay there. So he said, okay. So he went 3 days after they had the tsunami in Japan.
Whoa.
Over 1.5 million people died, drowned, burned, flotation devices heading out to Canada.
Whoa.
So it was big. And Ron never got home until after a month. He couldn't get home. But when he got home, he was so sick. His body was never the same after that. And they found out later in an autopsy that he had way too much radiation in his body, that it just shut down his intestines. So we lost him. Right. But I did tell him not to go. And he knew that himself, but I guess he's got a bill to cover. That's what he had to do. And he wanted me to go with him. And the three of us, we had fun on your show.
Oh, yeah.
When Ron came on, he took over. I'm telling you, he knew everybody in Hollywood.
Yeah, Ron Bard was amazing.
He was a fun guy to talk to.
Oh, it was so entertaining. It was just.
Yeah. So
he was just something else. You know, Ron, what do you got? I just want to be a star. That's
yeah. Or he said, I just finished doing a movie called Hyenas and I died. It killed me.
Well, listen, guys,
tsunami.
I want to thank you both. Thank you both so much for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
It's time for me to close shop and get my butt to bed. My goodness.
And congratulations again on the book. It's awesome.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you very much, my friend.
It's about time that Todd wrote a book, because I think I told you that many years ago. You should be writing many books. And you thought, I'll think about that.
He's going to write a lot more. I know he is.
Here's Todd's promotion. The first time I saw Todd on film is when he actually was just tinkering with the electronics to get his radio show going. And it's on the internet. It's on YouTube. Have a look yourself. You haven't seen it. Todd's got his leg under some freaking wire, and he's talking away. All of a sudden, I can see the expression on his face is going.
It was electrifying.
I got electrocuted
under the table.
Wow.
I got electrocuted from under the table.
No one like Todd.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thanks again, guys. Great seeing you all.
Nice meeting you, Michael.
Thanks.
Derek,
have a good evening.
It was great seeing you, Derek. Get in touch with me.
Take it easy.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Take care. There they were. My goodness, folks. I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules for coming on and catching the live show. It's time for me to go to bed. It's time for me to get some night time. It's been a long week, but we've got some great shows coming up. Like I said, look at the schedule on the website, WLTK-DB.com. new shows coming on starting next week with the Slipstream Shaman. Again, that's Tuesdays from noon to 2. And that's starring Todd Wilcox there. It's going to be an awesome show, a lot of fun. So everybody have a happy, safe weekend. Have an amazing Thanksgiving, because we won't, have an amazing Thanksgiving. Take care, everybody. Good night.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.